Good evening.
Sorry, I'm having a bit of issues here. There's no power, but I believe I'm visible from your end. Let's hope power will come immediately, come back immediately. So like peers and just what I've said, I'm Dr. Benson. I'll be taking you through our topic for today. That is cancer. Now, first, thanks, Pieros and Josephat, for the opportunity. It's known to all of us that, cancer is one of the major killers basically across the world. Of course, it's an issue of, the developed world mostly, but it's catching up very closely with the developing world as well. So I'll share briefly. Of course, I'll not go into details. Matters that are purely medical, I'll not, really want to go into them. So I'll go to, the basics about cancer. So what is cancer? Cancer is basically a group of diseases. It's largely characterized by, abnormally growing cells. And these cells have the potential of, progressing and moving to, other parts of the body. So there are so many types of cancers. So many, actually, there are those that, affect men more. There are those that affect women or females more. Then there are cancers that are unique. They have, more or less the same incidences in both males and females. So what are some of the signs and symptoms when it comes to cancers? Now, a sign from a medical point of view, some of the things that one would be able to see and be able to say that you could be having this or that. A symptom is what you explain, out of the feeling you're having, whether it's, pain or something like that. The things that you explain when you go to a doctor about how you're feeling and this kind of, feelings, that is what a symptom is. So what are some of the signs and symptoms of, cancer? And by the way, some of these signs and symptoms will also be evident in other, kinds of diseases. So one of the signs and symptoms will be a lump. Mostly ladies will, report about, a lump, say, in the breast. At times you could have some of, lumps when it comes to cancers of, the skin. We will also have a symptom of abnormal bleeding. Probably when it comes to cancers like cancer of the cervix. We could have things like prolonged cough. Now, prolonged cough could also be associated with maybe the early stages or, stages basically of TB. So someone could report of, prolonged cough. And then unexplained weight loss. So someone who has a certain stage or level of cancer could actually report about, an abnormal loss of weight. Though when it comes to, say, cancer of the stomach, there's also a high likelihood that, you may report about abnormal loss of weight. Then there is change in bowel movements, etc., etc. So some of these signs and symptoms can actually be, evident in other, types and natures of diseases. So they are not unique when it comes to cancer, but They're some of the most reported signs and symptoms when it comes to cancer. So let me go to the demographics. When it comes to cancers, what is the picture world over? Now we have over 100 types of cancers. Some of them are not so common, and of course some are common, as we already know. As of 2019, we had over 18 million new cases of cancer. And please note, I'm referring to new cases of cancer. The same year, we had over 8 million people dying out of cancer. That is global statistics. Of the cancers that we have, 22%, result from tobacco use. 10% will be, as a result of obesity, lack of physical activity, exercise, excessive drinking of, alcohol, exposure to ionizing radiations, and, other environmental factors. 15% will result from various infections, key among which, is H. Helicobacter pylori, the most common, cause of what most people will call ulcers. The other infection is hepatitis B. We have hepatitis C. We have HIV, could lead to, a few other forms of cancers. Now, all these, things that I've mentioned, talk of tobacco use, talk of the infections, talk of, the excessive drinking of, alcohol and exposure to ionizing radiations, they have some role in, altering the gene of a cell, and in so doing, then predispose one to abnormal cell growth, which, like we said from the word go, is partly or majorly based on research, the main reason why, one would end up, having cancer. So other than altering the gene of a cell, there are issues to do with the inflammation, which will then, lead to one developing cancer. Now, what would one do to lower their predisposition or their exposure or likelihood to, have cancer? Part of the, reasons for one having cancer, like, I've mentioned, is the fact that, the lesser one does, physical activities or physical exercises will predispose them to having cancer. So what would you probably do to reduce your chances as much as possible to getting cancer? So one, you have to maintain a healthy, weight. Now, from a medical point of view, and I'm sure some of these things have been discussed bits by bits in most of our trainings, there is what we call a healthy weight, and there is a weight that is not healthy. You refer to body mass index, which is one of the, parameters with which, one will be say to have, unhealthy weight, of course, also as a factor of their height. Any BMI of less than 18 is considered to be underweight. Any BMI of 18 to 24 is considered to be normal weight. Any BMI of 25 to 29 is considered to be obese. Any BMI of 30 to 34 is considered to be overweight. Any BMI more than 35 is considered to be morbidly obese. That means the chances of you getting diseases when your weight is that is so high. Now, the other thing that you will need to do to also, lower your chances of having cancer is to ensure you limit your alcohol intake. Now, just how much is, much and how little is little, I think it's based on you who, is a consumer of alcohol. But the bottom line is you have to limit your alcohol intake. Then, eat lots of vegetables, fruits and vegetables, and whole grains. So anything between 5 to 8, different varieties of fruits and vegetables will do you good. Then, if you're in a position, and of course, in instances where the vaccinations are free, then you are better off going for some of these vaccinations. One of which I think most of the girls are being given currently is the HPV vaccine, which will probably lower your predisposition to HPV, which is one of the main causes of cancer of the cervix. Then limit your consumption of processed meat and red meat in particular. So as much as is possible, you need to limit your intake of processed meat. Go for the healthy meat. Talk about white meat, and if you have to consume red meat, then ensure it's 20 grams, per sitting or per day, for that matter. You may also do yourself good by limiting your exposure to sunlight. Once in a while, there's too much scorching sun out there. So if possible, and I believe it is, limit as much as you can your exposure to sunlight. Now, the treatments for cancer vary, largely depending on the type of cancer and predominantly the stage of cancer. So in most instances, chemotherapy will be, the standard place to start. Some doctors will, want to do surgery at some stage. Then we have radiotherapy. Then we have palliative care. Now, palliative care is largely, post, the various managements of cancer, or while you are having your cancer management, things to do with pain, and the other effects of, say, chemotherapy or radiotherapy can be managed through palliative care. Now, just to mention this as I close, it's important to go for early screening because some of these cancers can be detected early, which reduces your expenses and even just the psychological, aspects that go into you going through the management. You're able to, reduce as much as possible. Now, survival, when it comes to the various types of cancer and the management thereof, is largely dependent on at what stage was your cancer, established, and what, stages of treatments, are you going to have to be able to manage the cancer. Now, there are various types of cancers that are unique for males, and then there are those that are unique for females. Now, I wouldn't go into the respective cancers and say these are, unique for males and these are unique for females. But what I would want to ask us to do is probably, get down in your own research sort of time, you can probably establish which cancers are unique to females and which cancers are unique to males. Now, let me come back to some of the solutions that Neolife, our company, has when it comes to some of the aspects I've talked about, whether it's the infections as one of the causes of cancer, physical exercises, or just basic nutrition. So we are well conversant with the Neolife wellness pyramid, where at the base we talk about physical activity and weight management. Of course, that will help you a lot when it comes to managing your cells and also reducing your chances of having cancers. Then just after that, you're encouraged to take a lot of whole grains, fruits and vegetables, proteins. Under this, there's meat, so do white meat as much as you can. And then fats and sugars, as in terms of the wellness pyramid, that is the least you should be consuming. Now, so what does Neolife have in terms of all these or the components of the wellness pyramid, and in the context of cancer? So there's pro-vitality. You're encouraged to consume that. We have carotenoid. The event you're not able to get pro-vitality as a whole, then you can get the various components in the pro-vitality. So we have carotenoid, we have omega-3, we have TNN, we have multivitamins, multiminerals. We have Neolife shake, which will give you proteins. Then we have botanical balance. It will help you a lot when it comes to the various infections that will predispose you to cancer. So you remember we talked about infections, some of the infections being the reason for us getting cancers. Then post chemotherapy, mostly you may want to do detox. So amongst other products, you can use stage 6 as part of your detox program. So I think until that point, I'm more or less done. Unless there are questions, I'll be taking you back to Piero's and Joshua. Thank you very much.
All right, that's great. And it's exciting to hear from our own, among other doctors that we have in the team. And by the way, we are very lucky. We recently had a panel of doctors, and I'm sure you would want to hear more from Benson and other doctors as soon as possible. So we will be bringing them more often. Now, Benson, please, you are not off the hook because there are some questions that you need to respond to. Today it's your day. So someone is asking, that's Gaira, do men have different BMI parameters from women? And then the second one from Gaira is, can I give NutriShake to a cancer patient? You can respond to that, Benson.
Now, when it comes to BMI, it generally cuts across, but there are certain things that though it's not a common practice, if I may say, At times we look at the abdominal circumference, in addition to matters height and, general weight. So I would want us not to go into that much, but just to confine ourselves to body mass index as something that cuts across. It's not that BMI is only used for males or for females alone. So broadly, BMI cuts across. But yes, there are other parameters that are looked into. But of course, for those parameters, they will be utilized in, a very small portion of, the general population. Now, near life check, yes, we can give this to a cancer patient because it's basic normal nutrition, and it also, provides one with proteins, which is a very key component of nutrition, even on a day-to-day basis. So yes, we can give near life check to cancer patients.
All right. I suggest that if we have any other questions, because we are all in our WhatsApp groups, feel free to float those questions in our WhatsApp groups, and we'll be happy to respond. Otherwise, this is a very interesting topic, and you can be sure Benson has not exhausted everything. He would have required around 3-4 hours to exhaust everything. But that was such an amazing and executive summary of, in a simplified way, without really complicating it for those of us who are not very conversant with the medical terms. So thank you so much, Benson, even for your time. I know you are such a busy young man, and we appreciate that time even to prepare to talk to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Benson. And now we want to move to the next session. And this is quite significant for today. It's a session where we appreciate the work that we did last month. And we say, after you've worked and worked and worked, have some time to pat yourself on the shoulder, and say congratulations. And if you're like Mwesa Lydia, I don't know whether she's still carrying on the culture, go to a 5-star hotel and treat yourself, and don't be so stingy in, with money, where you cannot get a penny to treat yourself. Yet you're working very hard. But if you never worked hard, then please don't. You don't have to treat yourself. Now, last month, I must say on my own behalf and peers and the company at large, that as a team, we did an amazing job. Let me tell you, you shocked everyone. And we saw it coming, because from the word go at the beginning of the month of March, we really started with energy. But what is amazing is that April, we have started with more energy. I'm getting so many calls from you saying that this month I must become, this month I must become. And that is it. What you confess gives you either energy or crushes you. Confession brings possession. We got so many people stepping up at the end of the month, but I can tell you, they stepped up at the beginning of the month, and they confessed that March is my month. And we are super excited that it happened that way. So even as we move on with the recognition from this point moving forward, those who feel, and take this one seriously, those who feel, whether you are a new distributor, by the way, you joined today, or you joined last month towards the end, or whatever time you joined, it doesn't matter. Those who feel April is the month to get to director, have the courage to type down there on the chat that this is the man that becoming a director. Have the courage. You know, I was sharing with the leaders yesterday, and we were saying that it is not that things are difficult that we don't dare. It is because we don't dare that things are difficult. And I want you to dare get to that level called director. One of the new directors that we'll be recognizing shortly has been saying, you know, from when she became a director, you know, I have been hearing that life begins at director level. And now I'm so excited to start living. And you can be sure she's not a young person. But it's very true, by the way. Life begins at director. You can see Silas and Faith wameweka video. They are trying to ask me to give them a chance to confirm. Yes! It is when we became directors that we started enjoying ourselves like honeymooners, you know? So guys, I want to lead us into recognition, where we'll recognize those who have done good sponsoring. Then we'll go to those who have done very high personal PVs, which this month that has ended was a crazy one. And then we'll culminate that with the recognition of our directors. And for the last 1 year, last month is when we produced the highest number of directors in our team. And the one or two people who are fond of leaving before they finish clapping for those who are being clapped for, you are minimizing your chances of being clapped for. That is becoming a director. When I was growing up, they told me the harder you clap for others, two things will happen. The softer their hands will be to handle money, and the faster you will become a director and you'll be clapped for. Because what you give will come back. So those who are co-hosts at any point when we are recognizing people, you can always unmute yourself without having noisy background, and you will clap for those who are being recognized. All right, so I hope you are ready, and I want to do this by sharing the screen so that we can do it very easily. So here we go. Superstars team recognition for the month of March 2021. And as usual, we'll start with the personal sponsoring. And I'm happy to see so many people who have not featured in this list previously. Now they are featuring. And I know everyone else who is not in this list will appear in the April list. And try as much as possible to be there next week on Tuesday in this list. And we start with those who have sponsored one. And we start with Okech Florence in Nakuru, one, well done. Then Sylvia and Chadwick Bwibo, well done. Then we have Father Lucas Juma, congratulations. Kirago Eunice, one, good job. Those who are co-hosts, you can always unmute and clap for the rest. Then we have Sabina Kenya from Sweden, well done. Then we have Laura Shayo from Tanzania, well done. We are very proud of you, Laura. Then we have Jen Hungura, congratulations. We have Emily Onyango, we have Pamela Auko, then Consolata Okoth, Geoffrey Ochieng, Abraham Kiprop, Vincent Koske in Uganda, then Jane Motune, sorry, that's a repetition. Then we have Elijah Mshidi, and we move on, we continue with the list. We have Dennis Kirui, then we have Ambrose and Florence Maina, Samuel and Mandris Dakanio, Faith Gaira, Maureen Ongwen, Irene Ouma, Rose Obada, Charity Sabila, Leah Titani, Mary Kuchio, Benbella Olube, Mase Washiori, Felix Kipkoech. So all those people have sponsored one person each. This is very exciting. But guys, The minute you start sponsoring even one, you open a whole door for you to continue sponsoring. So I challenge our guys who have sponsored here, our members, to make sure that every single month you sponsor. Make it your culture. And then let's go to those who have sponsored two. Remember, when you sponsor two people in a month, the company gives you two branded, Neolife branded masks. And please, every time you qualify for this and you don't receive, let us know so that we can fast track. And if you sponsor two people and they have more than 100 personal points, then you know that you are getting some botanical balance. Of course, for different categories, managers, senior manager, distributors like that, we have additional requirements. So we have Lucy Dirango having sponsored two. Congratulations. And on this, I say this, if Dirango allows me, you might not have sponsored for the last 2 years, and all of a sudden you decide enough is enough, and you start sponsoring, and that will change your business for good. That is what Lucy did. She told me, now enough is enough. I am tired of remaining as a senior manager. I want now to move forward. And she started sponsoring. Congratulations, Lucy. Then we have Lydia Mwesa, a director leading by example. Eunice Koech, congratulations, Eunice. Joined the same month and sponsored two. Then we have Tom Liambila, sponsored two. Congratulations, Tom. He told me at the beginning of last month he must sponsor two, and he did it. Then we have Lynette Ombenga, sponsored two also. Congrats. Aaron and Damaris Mashari are sponsored two. And then we also have Catherine and Peter Mwaura sponsored two. Well done, guys. So this month of April, make sure you double that or triple. Now let's go to position number 3, someone who has sponsored more than two. And this is none other than, having sponsored 3, Celestine Oduor. Congratulations, Celestine. That's a good job. Then we got position number 2, sponsored 6. And this is none other than Sophie Oduor. Congratulations, Sophie. And that means Sophie has won herself 3,000 Kenya shillings from the upline director, Father Lucas. And that's a big congratulations. Let's win these monies. When you sponsor 5 or more, you get 3,000 Kenya shillings from your upline director. If you take it to 10,000, then I earned 10,000 Kenya shillings. I mean, if you take it to 10 personal sponsoring. Now let's see position number 1, sponsored 10. That is Josphat and Piero's karaoke. Congratulations, well done. And we don't want this position to be ours end of this April. I want it to be you. Where David, I can see you're very attentive. I want you to be the one taking this position 1. You sponsor 10 and I sent to your M-Pesa 10,000 Kenya shillings. I hope your M-Pesa number is the one I have. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, confirmed. Now let's go to personal PVs. This is where it was so hot last month. It was so hot. I also felt the heat. And let's see who are our top 10 giants. And I know by end of this month, we'll have a new list. So let's start with position number 10. Sorry. I've not arranged them so well. Position number 10 is Tom Liambila. Congratulations, Tom. Then we have position number 9, Matthew Ashiori, 785. Then we have Elizabeth and Charles Betts, 961. Congratulations, Elizabeth and Charles. And then we have Father Lucas Juma, 1001. Personal. These are personal points, not with your team. Now you can see already up from number 7, we are already at 1,000 plus. Then we have Yvonne Chemngetich, 1004, a university student. What excuse do you have? Anyone can do this. And by the way, for your information, last month we had many students doing marvelous. So let's really get out of our excuses and comfort zones and we do exploits. Life is short for you to play it safe, you know. Just get out and do the best that you can ever do. Be remembered for doing the best. That's what we call excellence. Then we have position number 5, Joshua and Piero's karaoke, 1150 PVs personal. You can see how hot it was. Even Piero's felt the heat. And then we got, we didn't clap for her. And then we have position number 4, Catherine and Peter Mwaura. Now look at this gap, 3,204 personal points. Congratulations, Catherine and Peter, for great job done. And then now we got position number 3, top 3, Kirago Eunice. And she did a whole 3,360 personal PVs. Hey. For your information, total with the entire team, it was more than 4,000, more than 5,000, more than 6,000, more than 7,000. We'll see as we move on. Crazy, crazy performance there. Then we got position number 2, and we have Grace and Charles Nyamu, 4,001 personal points. Congratulations, Grace and Charles. That's an amazing job. And position number 1, personal points. She started very well at the beginning of the month, and surely she had to finish very well. And this is none other than our top position number 1, Alice Monyenze, 4,006 points. Congratulations, Alice. This is amazing. Oh, tomorrow I can tell you you'll be getting a huge check, a huge bonus, And this is amazing. Just a reminder before we recognize the directors. This incentive is still going on this month of April, where if you step up to manager with the 250 personal points or 500 with a group, or you step up to senior manager with 500 personal points or 1,000 with a group, then you get a free botanical balance. Please, you cannot afford to miss this, but you get it with your new month order. Those who qualified for this incentive last month, now you'll get it delivered or you pick together with your April 1st order. Now, if you're already a manager, then you just need to qualify with the 500 QPV and you sponsor 2 people with 100 personal points each and you get a bottle of botanical balance. If you're a senior manager, qualify at title, that is 1,000 QPV, sponsor 2 new people with 100 personal points, and you get 2. I don't know why they are even giving all this much. 2, not 1, bottles of botanical balance. And even for directors, you know this has been extended to you. So let's go for it. Now, remember, last month we set an incentive. And even this month, we are extending the same incentive, that those who are becoming brand new directors in the month of April, and those who became last month, we will be treating you, in addition to all these other benefits, we'll treat you in a 5-star breakfast, 5-star hotel breakfast. Of course, immediately that the lockdowns and the like are lifted, you can imagine the kind of fun we'll be having together. Man, I cannot wait. This is what will make the breakfast so sweet. Dining with you, you know, celebrating success together. And we give you 10,000 Kenya shillings cash incentive, not from the company, but from our pockets. And I'm very excited to say that last month we had people who just did it. They became brand new directors and we want to recognize them. I'll give a few of them a chance to say hi to us on behalf of others. And the very first director is Kirago Eunice. Yay. Congratulations, Kirago Eunice. And you know what? This was very amazing. Kirago didn't just become a director. She also produced a director. You become a director, and the same month, you produce a director. That means she earned over 8,000 total points. Whew, I don't know where she will be taking all this money. And even before her check or a bonus is paid tomorrow, she already won that incentive of 10,000 Kenya shillings. I am sure she has already started eating it. And congratulations, Kirago, for winning this incentive. Kindly, Kirago, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself and just say hi to us. Go on, Eunice.
Hello, PT.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm very excited. Thank you for the recognition. I owe all this to your great mentorship and assistance. It's been a journey of waiting and hope, but I also appreciate the waiting because of the personal development that gave me the shock absorbers. Even when there's rejection, I still move on. So I really appreciate. I've already received my incentive. Thank you so much, PT. I'm taking myself for a special lunch just in appreciation. Of course, I know this excitement comes with the responsibility, and I thank you because I know you'll hold my hand so that I move further. This journey of new life. Thank you so much, Josephat, my PT and mentor, together with PROs. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Wow, that's excellent. Thank you so much, Eunice. You just paved way for many other directors this month of April. And I also appreciate your personal development. As you talk, we can really get it very well. Keep going. That's just the beginning, not the end. And then now we want to move on and recognize another director there. And this is the brand new director, Catherine and Peter Mwaura. They were sponsored by Eunice. Look at how powerful this is. You sponsor someone and the same month you're becoming a director, they also become directors. This is really a great thing and we are so proud of this. And I want to, before I unmute Catherine, you can see she has also received 10,000 Kenya shillings even before her bonus payment tomorrow. So let me unmute Catherine to just say hi also. She came to the office jumping like a small girl, a young girl, so excited because of becoming a brand new director. Here she is. So just a second. Just a second, I unmute Catherine. Catherine, I'm about to unmute you. Sorry, we are quite a number. And right. Catherine, I hope you have not disappeared. Okay. Let me see whether I get her. Just a moment. She could be having a network issue coming and leaving, but this is such an achievement that we need to really hear from you. Yeah, here you are. Go ahead, Catherine, and unmute yourself now. You're able to do that.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm super excited for becoming a director within a very short while. I joined Your Life in November last year, and here I am with a title that I've never gotten in my life. I was working for the last over 30 years. I just went up to assistant director. Imagine now, a full director. I'm just happy, and I thank God for that. I'm already enjoying the very wonderful fruits of New Life. I got my incentive 10K today, and I'm looking forward to the rest tomorrow. You promised me. I didn't just jump on Saturday. Even now, I'm jumping and I'm just thanking God for the achievement. And I'm looking forward to doing great things and working very hard, because I believe the sky is the lower limit and I'm going for it. I'll be in the PT, the wild team. Is it called the wild team? Yes, I'll be there very soon. Just watch this space. May God bless you for your leadership. Thank you, Pia Rose. Thank you, Eunice, for bringing me on board. And I'm looking forward to working harder than I have worked. And I believe God will always bless the works of my hands. May God bless you.
Wow, thank you very much, Catherine. Yeah, she just joined the other day, so you don't have to be here for a long time. And you can see the contrast. Eunice Kirago has had to have some good patience. For Catherine, she came in and became a director immediately. So whichever works, please, let's not be in a hurry, although we should move very fast to becoming a director. But if it takes you 2 years to become a director, and from director to PT, president, team member, you take just 2 years. That is a total of 4 years. Someone else will become a director in 1 month or 2 and become a president within the same 4 years. So just the key is make sure you are there and stick there. There are some who quit in their 2nd month because people have said no. And that is one of the greatest causes of failures. So thank you very much and congratulations, Catherine and Peter. We really appreciate your work, and thank you for making Superstars team proud. Now we move on to yet another director for the month, and that is Grace and Charles Nyamo. Congratulations, Grace and Charles Nyamo. They also joined recently, and they have also received their 10,000 Kenya shillings incentive. I know Grace is not in a position to say hi to us, but I'm sure with the time she will be able to talk to us. And we are super excited. Please thank you so much, Grace and Charles, for making us so proud and putting East Africa somewhere in the map of New Life world. And the last one, you know, the last and not the least, is another lady who has made us so proud. She took some time, just like the mother in the business, to become a director. And now we are here to celebrate her great success, Alice Munyenze. Congratulations, Alice Munyenze. And she received the 10,000 Kenya shillings. And because of her patience and hard work, the immediate upline director, Lydia Mwesa, earned her 5,000 Kenya shillings. So Alice is really a rich girl as we talk. Please make sure you befriend her. And congratulations, Alice. Please, if you can hear me, Alice, you can unmute yourself and say hi to us.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, PT.
Hi.
I'm really excited this day, even for that director step. I'm really excited because we've been told that is where life starts in your life. And I'm really excited for that step. And I really feel good even about the incentives. The way PT has said, I am rich now. You can befriend me, I can buy you lunch because I'm really rich. And I'm really excited and working now to get to my next level. That is the world team. You know, when I was working, I traveled a bit, I experienced the joy of traveling. But now I want just to travel for lifestyle. And that is what I'm working towards. Thank you.
Wow. And you know, Alice has already retired, but she doesn't look like retired because she has been using this product so religiously, so excited because of the fun she has been having in your life. And we are so proud of you, Alice. Alice has had some lengthy journey, not a year. Let's not talk about it today. But let me tell you, when you become a director, you never remember the past. You are so excited and you now start living. So that's very exciting there, Alice. And keep going. You are unstoppable. Yes. You are unstoppable. And for the rest of our team members, I want to say this, that today should be your first day of a new life. You know, we need to commit that this April is our month. And you need to really be ready to pay the price, because there is nothing good that you'll achieve without paying the price. So let's commit. I'm using the word commit instead of being interested. Don't be interested, be committed. And you know what? As I close, I want to say our directors in this call, following our yesterday's meeting for directors, committed that this month they want to work with those who are willing so closely that whoever wants to become a director this month of April, and you commit you want to become, then we will make sure that you don't miss. But how you start is likely to define how you end. You must start with energy and you create high momentum right at the beginning. I am excited to say that some people have already done their 100 points, others 250 points, others 500 personal points for the month of April. If you have done 500 points, let's say by tomorrow, you only have 3,500 points to go. You are getting closer to director. You saw Alice Mwenyenza was incrementally doing PVs and she kept adding right from the beginning. And how would she have missed becoming a director? So I am counting on you, not your neighbor in the call. You, yes, you, I mean you, to make us proud this month of April. Go for it. A lot is awaiting you. You know, recognition, big bonuses, you know, incentives, leadership school, you know, New Life folder, director folder, pin, and so much is awaiting you. I want to thank you so much on my own behalf and on behalf of Pieros. You are the best that God gave us. And thank you for being part of Superstars team, not as a spectator, but an active leader. Even if you joined yesterday, like Bena Shire from Tanzania, we want to appreciate you as an active leader, not as a spectator. Let us do it. We have what it takes. Let's join hands together. Let's not shy off. Let's not, you know, be afraid of trying. Let's do it. Let's dare. And I am telling you, we have to make it. Thank you so much. I can see Hesbon Malway is set to become a director this month. Together with Ruth, they really tried last month and they missed by, you know, an inch. And I know this is the month. Let's go for it. If you are not sure how to do it, I repeat, if you're not sure of exactly how to become a director, tomorrow, if it's late now, take your phone, load it with some credit, call your director and ask them only one question. How do I become a director this month of April? And they will be so excited to mentor you and to train you to make sure that you don't miss out on becoming a director. Thank you very much. God bless you. We love you and we are praying for you. But as one of our directors has said, it is the work of your hands that will be blessed. Not your hands, not your hands, but the work of your hands. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a lovely night. And let's start it with energy.